One of the things going on this week is James and his friend Howie, I believe is the name, are working or have started working to resurrect the old hay equipment, the hay bine shown here. They pulled it out and they've got some parts off of it, getting ready to work on it. And then they also are going to get the baler going again. And Howie brought his John Deere tractor out to park here while they're working on that. Then to test it, they're going to go ahead and cut off and probably bale part of the grass hay here at the farm. Here's the current status of the equipment building for the network and energy equipment. I've got all four walls up. I still have some sheathing to do around the door and at the back corners, but I have gone ahead and picked out the windows and got them mounted into position on the outside. And now I'll go inside and show you a little bit what it looks like on the inside. On the inside, it's basically a 10 by 12 building, which is the largest you can buy without a build without a building permit. And the windows that I got actually ended up being smaller than what I had originally designed for, and I just shimmed the opening that I'd roughed up for them a little bit to fit them in. Home Depot didn't stock the ones that I want, and I also had to get ones a little smaller than originally I was looking at, to leave room beside the door on one side or the other to put a double switch mounted in. 36 by 36 windows, there is no room left to have a switch. And I've also gone ahead and mounted an old power panel that I had left over from initial construction work, where the power's going to come in. Should provide plenty of circuits for both the network and the energy equipment. Here's the location of the second dumpster back behind the chicken house, because the three areas that we're working on right now is clearing out the basement, clearing out the chicken house, and then Charles and I have started on the scratch pen shown here. Scratch pen's actually kind of interesting. There's a lot of, or there was some old Volkswagen equipment towards the back on the right hand side, but also Dad had gotten somewhere and stacked very neatly a huge amount of 1x6 and other 1x lumber, and I was planning on building a fence east of the barn to kind of screen off the vehicle parking area where the junk is now, after I get the junk cleaned up. And I can use all of this lumber to actually build that fence, and it would be a rustic looking fence. Then on the front side, there's a stack that Charles has been building of larger 2x and 4x4 size lumber. Quite a bit of that is actually good too. And then to the left of that is where I've got my free area for things that I'm trying to see if anyone wants before I end up hauling them off. What's there right now is a couple of cabinets and the old range out of the old house and the refrigerator out of the old house. This is from upstairs inside the living room area of the carriage house. I wanted to just kind of show the driveways, where the new driveways are going to be. There's an east driveway that comes in that right now goes in between the barn and the scratch pen. That'll be aligned correctly, maybe a foot or two more to the west once the scratch pen is out of the way. Then right in front of the carriage house, there's the cross driveway going east-west at about 28 feet out, where the 28 feet is 25-foot driveway plus a 3-foot sidewalk. Then the other part of the loop driveway going south just to the right of the chicken house. This actually goes all the way out to the road, and it's located so that it misses the big blue spruce that Dad had planted there, and it actually kind of curves around it and goes out to the road at an angle. And I'll use the same type of approach on the other driveway, which is hard to see, but you can see the gate here over on the east side, so that both of those angle to the road, and a long vehicle like an RV or a long trailer can come in on the appropriate driveway at an angle, making it a lot easier to come in. You can see across the road over there on the property, a guy is running his cattle out there now, so they're out there grazing. The cross driveway to match this one back here goes right in front of the old buildings over to the barn. You can't see it here, but I might show it when I walk back down. Here's the hole that I knocked in the back wall to make it easier to clear out the basement. The hole is in line with the stairway, the last part of the stairway going down into the basement, just so that for most things we only have to come up halfway in elevation and also have a straight shot to bring the stuff out. We've gotten some of the stuff out of the basement, but I haven't really started on that in earnest. It's going to take a week to get the permit to do the demolition from the state, and so I'm planning on using that week, which will be probably next week, to get everything out of the basement. One of the guys that bid on the demolition said that they like to just drop everything into the basement and then dig the basement out with the debris and everything all at once. Here's a better shot of the west part of the loop driveway. Pretty much it lines up with the shop door. I'm actually going to replace that shop door with a much better looking carriage door, and this runs all the way out to the road. And then the cross driveway for the front part lines up with the opening in between the barn and the windmill, so it comes across right here. When the chicken house and scratch pen are gone, that leaves basically a rectangular area that I'll plant some of the golden locust trees in, and then also in the center I will have a summer house with water and power run out to it for the small refrigerator, and also a hot tub in there, and a place just to have coffee in the morning. And then coming on around, I went ahead and located and graded the finish or the road part of the west driveway, and you can see it heads out and then curves around to miss the big blue spruce that caused the driveway to end up being angled anyhow. And then I'll match the same kind of curve over on the other side where I got trees too close, so the actual road entrance will be at an angle over there, so you can pull in from the east or from the west at kind of an angle, making it a lot easier to get in. All of the trees with the orange ribbons on them are trees that are slated to be taken out. They're either dead or they're weed type trees, which I don't want to have around, and some of them will need to be out of the way anyhow to allow the construction equipment to get into the house to take the house out.